In these next 5 minutes, I will explain you what it takes to win in the game of life. And I'm talking about any aspect that you can think of. Business, women, friends and family, surpassing any difficulties or overcoming any troubles or issues in your life, whatever. Anything that you want in life is going to be in your hands if you dominate this one thing that I'm going to teach you in this short video. I promise it will be worth your time. So, at a circus, a man noticed a huge elephant tied to a tiny stake with a simple rope. Very surprised, he asked the trainer why the elephant didn't try to break free. And then the trainer replied, "When the elephant was a baby, we tied him with this same rope. Back then, he wasn't strong enough to break it, so he just accepted that he couldn't escape. Now, even though he's powerful enough to free himself, he still believes he can't." The man was absolutely shocked. It was a giant limited by his own belief. This gives you more or less a clue to the point that I'm going to make. The one thing that you need to have in order to win endlessly in the game of life is the following. Dominate your emotions. Now, I want to be clear. This doesn't mean that you don't feel what you're supposed to be feeling. If you're angry, you're angry. If you're sad, then you're sad. Dominating your emotions, it ain't about feeling them less. It's about not allowing them to break your flow of actions. An example is, if I'm sad, I can't skip gym, even though I have a hole in my heart, even though I don't want to wake up. As a man, no one will ever come to save you from your darkness but your own hands. When you're at the bottom of the well, the only thing that people will do for you then is look at you from the top, careless. Dominating your emotions is all about choosing. Rather, you actively decide to feel like that or not, although you cannot get rid of that emotion. If you feel depressed and you actively choose to feel like it will stay forever. However, if you still feel depressed but you choose not to feel like that, you will start a flow of actions that eventually will shield you against that particular emotion that you're feeling. So you become more resilient and more resistant to that particular emotion. I got actually another great story to represent this. A young samurai known for his explosive temper visited a Zen master seeking wisdom. He wanted to learn how to stay calm in the heat of battle. When he arrived, the master was meditating silently. Impatient, the samurai shouted, "Teach me right now how to control my emotions." The master ignored him. Furious, the samurai drew his sword and threatened, "If you don't teach me right now, I will kill you." The master finally looked at him calmly and said, "Before I teach you, let me ask you a question. If someone gives you a gift and you refuse to accept it, to whom does it belong?" Confused, the samurai replied, "To the one who offered it." The master smiled and explained, "The same is true for anger, fear, and hatred. If you do not accept them, they do not belong to you. Learn to reject the negative emotions others try to impose on you, and you will have control over them." Dominating your emotions is the key to endless success. And here is why. Our thoughts control our actions. But that's kind of wrong. Our thoughts control our feelings, and therefore our feelings control our actions. And actions get to shape your destiny. Once you understand how to repurpose your negative emotions into productive things, then you can't be stopped. Then is when you are superior to the rest, making them wonder, how the fuck do you always do it to overcome hardship in your life? And all of it's going to be because you dominated your emotions and you learned how to repurpose all of those negative feelings into productive actions. And I want to be really, really clear with this. Emotions, especially negative emotions, are endless fuel for your purpose. Please understand that. Good emotions don't help you. Only bad emotions get you to the top. Now, as you can see in my channel, I'm someone that is working hard to make a certain business model work for me so I can become financially free. But I've been struggling for a long time now. However, the rest of the things are flowing perfectly in my life, which means that financial success is just a matter of time for me. If I ever gave up on the frustration, the fear, the anxiety, the stress, or any of the bad emotions that I got to have, I would not be near the place that I am right now. Back when I was a teen, I thought that big things cannot be achieved in life, that it was just very, very hard or impossible. Just like the elephant believed he couldn't escape that tiny, simple, and weak rope. The one thing that all great masters agreed upon throughout the whole history is that we become what we think about. And remember, thoughts control feelings, and feelings control actions. And I'm gonna wrap up this video with a really nice but simple quote, which is that tough times don't last, but tough people do.